Hello friends, I hope you guys are doing well. In today's video, I just want to share with you, let me see, maybe two of my favorite perennials I love to winter sow, and just perennials that I love in the garden. Strongly recommend them. Once you purchase these, whether you do them by seed or purchase a plant, guess what? You will never need to purchase them again, okay? Because you can use a seed and you can use them in the winter sowing method, and it can give you more plants. That's what I did, and that's what I'm gonna do again today. I just love these two plants. So the first one is coneflower, echinacea. Echinacea, I think they're hardy from zones 4 through 9. They're very drought tolerant. They love the heat, and they bloom from summer all the way into fall, and they're pollinator friendly. Yeah, so at the end of this, I'll take you outside in my garden and share with you what these plants are looking like in the winter season, and I'll put some pictures and some clips in between for you so you can actually see what the plants are looking like. So this one is a pink coneflower. So I'm gonna winter sow the pink coneflower for my flamingo garden bed, yes. And I'm trying to get away from doing annuals. Yes, I still do annuals, but if I can do perennials where I don't have to worry about planting them every year. If you don't know, perennials, you plant them and they come back for you the following year. Annuals, you have to plant them every year. So that's the difference. So I'm gonna do some winter sowing with these coneflowers, and they come in all different type. I have the green twist, I have the purple echinacea, I have the Cheyenne cone spirit. I have a lot of them, okay? I have the pom-pom one. So I've been collecting echinacea over the last few years, and then I just winter sow those I want more of. So once again, this is perfect for you if you start in a garden or you want to introduce new plants in your garden. These are great for that, friends. Or if you're on a budget, you buy one plant, you buy a packet of seed, and you don't have to be buying it all the time. Alrighty, and then here's another one. I did these already, but I'm gonna do more again. This one is a pom-pom echinacea. My first time with this last year, and I truly fell in love with it. So I'm gonna just finish the rest of the seeds I have here and just put them in the winter sowing method. And the winter sowing method is simply where you use a plastic jar container, and it will act as a greenhouse, and you just put your seeds in there, because some of these seeds, they need the cold air. So this will benefit from the cold air. So we're gonna do that, and then as I said, I'll take you outside. So I have my milk jug already prepped here, friends. You just put some holes to the bottom, keep the cap off, and I'll link down below for you a more detailed way of doing it. But that's it. See that? Any plastic jug container will do perfectly fine. Just remember again, you need a drainage to the bottom, and you keep the cap off, and then you put some tape there. And I use the potting soil, not the seed starting soil. The potting soil will do perfectly fine for you. But I'll go in more instructions when we go outside and share with you those I have out there already. And then we're gonna do black-eyed Susan. Yes, they have them in all different kind. I have the normal one, not sure what type it is outside, and then I added this one to my garden. So I'm just gonna finish off the seeds. I love this one so much, friends. So I'm like, you know what, why even save it? I did this already, and I'm like, I'm just gonna do the rest of it. And then my sweet neighbor friend up the road, she gifted this to me. Did a brown eye huberica. So this is probably a cross between black-eyed Susan or echinacea, I don't know, but I've noticed they all have these fancy names where they're a cross between echinacea and black-eyed Susans and different flowers within that family. And then here is this one here, see, Samarina. So that's another one, which is black-eyed Susan and coneflower. They're so pretty, yes. And then we have some other different type here. So I'm just gonna go and just winter sow all these seeds in the milk jug, and then I'll take you outside and I'll share with you what I did already, and I'll share with you those I have in the garden. So once again, this is just me sharing how much I love these plants, that I'm gonna be winter sowing them maybe for the third time. I think I did 2 batches already, I think. But anyways, I wanted to just go over the seeds with you. And the black-eyed Susans, they're hardy from zones 4 and up, and they love the cold weather, so they will definitely benefit from the cold air outside. and they bloom from summer all the way into fall. Yes, and they're pollinator lovers. Okay, pollinator love these plants. So you know, I have my pollinator garden bed, so that's where this concept came from. Let me just share with you plants you can plant in a garden, where one, they're budget friendly. You don't have to buy the plant over and over. You just use the seeds and just winter sow them. Two, their pollinators attract to the pollinators love them, so you'll be doing something to help out the pollinators, right? That's the whole point for me when you garden. For them is always making sure you give some thought to how can I help out the pollinators, and not just to have a beautiful garden. And three, these are plants that will bloom for you from summer all the way into fall. And a bonus there, they're heat and drought tolerant. Yes, so these are two great perennials I strongly recommend in your garden. And once again, as I said before, you just don't have one echinacea. They come in all different colors, right? So you can create a beautiful canopy of colors in your garden. And you just don't have one black-eyed Susan. They come in all different types, as I just shared with you. So anyway, so let me get these in the bottler, and then I'm going to take you outside and show you what I have in the garden. All right, friends, I'm outside. Friends, look at all the bottles I have here. Yes, so I'm gonna feel them, make sure they are moist. We had a lot of rain and snow. If the bottles feel heavy, I'm just gonna leave them alone. So let's see this one. This one actually feels light, which is unusual because we just had rain, and this one feels heavy. Anyway, so I'm gonna go around and just do the test and make sure they're moist. And if not, I have my water here all set up. And I just have a milk jug here, and I just put some holes on the top here because I don't want to pour the water in like this, because I feel like it will disturb the seeds. So if you're gonna water your jugs, you can use a spray bottle or create something like this where the stream is very low. You don't want it to be heavy and all of that. So I have this bucket from the dollar store, so when this is empty, I'm just gonna refill this in here so I don't have to go back inside the house to get more water and all that stuff, right? But anyway, so here are my seeds. I did a lot, friends. I think this is the most I've done so far this year. Yes, look at that, right? And then here we have these on top here in this container. Definitely a lot. So just a reminder for you, check your bottles, make sure they're moist, and not sure if you spot something wrong here. Look at this. Remember to take off the cap off of your bottle, right? Very, very important. The cap is off, so if you leave the cap on, what would happen is that the seeds might have an issue germinating if you do not water it. Leaving the cap on, you have to come out here, take the cap off, and put water in there. So make sure you take the cap off, so when it rains and snow, everything would go through in the jug for you. You don't have to manually do that, especially if you have rain. Why come out here and water your jugs and you could get the rain, right? Anyway, so once again, remember to look around, make sure you didn't forget to take off your cap, and remember to label your plants. Yes, I'm telling you, it's easy to forget to do that. Label your jugs, because it's gonna be a nightmare wondering what did you plant, right? So just some reminders there for you. Friends, take your cap off, make sure you check on your jugs, make sure they're moist, especially if you don't have rain or snow in the forecast. And do not forget to label your jugs, very important. And of course, make sure you put drainage holes in the bottom. One of these I was doing with the milkweed is after I realized it didn't have any holes, so I had to go back and put holes in the bottom. So it's easy to make mistakes doing this, but just be mindful when you're doing it and just take your time and make sure you don't miss any important steps. All right, and here's the other batch over here. I am so excited about these, friends. But anyways, let me get back into the video where I wanted to share with you the echinacea and the black-eyed Susans and how their perennials I strongly recommend for you to start in your 2025 garden, and start them now. Use the winter sowing method. I'm in zone 6B7A and it's cold here. We still have weeks to go before our first frost-free date. I think it's in April, and it's cold here, so that's what the plants are enjoying. So let me show you some here. Here we have echinacea, and friends, I do not remember, I've said this to you in different videos before, some of these echinacea I do not remember planting them. So what happened is this: Do you see here? The birds, the goldfinches love these, right? So they come and they eat the seed heads. But what I think happened here is just a part of nature, right? These seed heads, they fall and they just germinate on the ground and they give you more seedlings. That's exactly what echinacea does in your garden. I remember last year I came out here and I see a ton of seedlings, right? There's just a ton of seedlings all the way here. I can pull them out and make new plants from them. I could just pull them out and get rid of them, whatever. But this plant over here, I have how many plants here? 7, 8. I did not plant all of these. I think I planted maybe 1 or 2, and every year this happens, right? But I love echinacea so much, so I really don't mind. And then I even had one over here, right here. This one, this is the echinacea here, friends. Yep, the birds did that, or the wind, the seeds, wherever they drop, they just germinate for you. And that's why I say they're really good to use in the winter sowing method. Love echinacea. Alrighty, and then let me go down here, and I want to go down here with you and show you these ones I did in the winter sowing method last year, friends. And they bloom very late in summer, and then when fall was here, even when we had our first frost, they were still blooming. I was like, what is going on here? Then I think that's when I realized, I think it's because they were done in the winter sowing method. The bloom time was different from those in the garden, which I really appreciated. And these guys are strong, okay? First frost came and the foliage was still green. They were holding on. So this one is from the winter sowing method. These two, I should say, here they are. And these are the pink ones, yes. And you see right there, that is a sign that the goldfinches were eating them. So very important. Plant these for the pollinators, and I went over different reasons why you should plant echinacea and black-eyed Susan. And then let me go in the front and show you the pollinator garden bed. This is the rose garden bed. All right, friends, here we are in the front. Friends, it's so windy. Look at that. There's garbage here. I don't even know who the garbage belongs to, but it's been so windy and freezing cold. I just can't wait for spring. But the tulips are coming up, so that's a sign for me spring is near, right? Anyway, so here we are. You could see we have a lot of echinacea in here, and then over here we have a lot of black-eyed Susans. And friends, what I do in the fall, I even come in here and I will thin out the black-eyed Susans because they grow, okay? I'm telling you, you do not have to buy black-eyed Susans and echinacea after you purchase them one time. That's only once you have to purchase them. But with me, I like to collect different ones. So I have all different colors in here, and I just love them. The pollinators love them, and they're great perennial for you to have, as I already went over details about these perennials. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. But I just wanted to share with you some of my favorite perennials. You definitely should start using the winter sowing method, or if you can't do that now, make sure you purchase them when you see them at the garden centers or your local nurseries, because I'm telling you, you will definitely get your money's worth. All right, friends, take care, and thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna go inside and make some chai tea. It is freezing. All right then, cheers.